Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live presentation. I want you guys to come on in so that we could go ahead and get started. I got some valuable information that I want to share with you, but first, I got to let you know who I am. I am Toi Jones, Executive Vice President. Y'all like the hat? Girl CEO. So I'm just going to jump right on into it. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about who I am and how I even got started with the services. I was working in corporate America back in 2015. And I was like most people. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I had no money saved, and I also had bad credit. And you guys know those things don't go together, right? So I had to do something different. A lot of times, even though we have all of those things going on, we'll just sit there and do nothing about it. Just like right now, it's a crisis going on. And rather than us being proactive, we'll wait around and see, okay, let me see what happens in the world, and then we'll try to react. But you got to be proactive when it comes to your credit and finances, because this storm is going to blow over. It was a crisis going on in my life at the time. And I said, you know what? I still got to do something different. This is a faith walk. I'm going to step out on faith. So I went, borrowed the money, got started, and within 22 days, I actually had a bankruptcy and a judgment removed from my credit report. And you know the myth that goes around, bankruptcy, you got to wait 7 to 10 years for it to be removed. That is absolutely false. It doesn't take 7 to 10 years for it to fall off, but you do got to take action. It doesn't just fall off. You got to take action. So you got to get with the person who invited you to this group so they can help you go ahead and take action to get those things removed. So what do we have here? We have the name of our company is called United Credit Education Services. And we've been around for over 15 years, and we're actually a 501c3. Why is that important? It's important because companies out there who are not a bank, a credit union, or a nonprofit, they can only dispute 3 to 5 items at a time. But because we are a nonprofit, we're able to dispute all your negative items at one time. So who's going to get faster results? We are, right? And we've already removed over 1 million plus derogatory items from people's credit reports. If you just take a look in this group here and search the different testimonies, we're showing you people are truly getting some amazing results. And it's not just about credit restoration, although that is the flagship product, because it's over 60 million people with a 599 credit score or below. So we want to, first help you with your credit, but there are some other valuable tools that we have to offer. Some of you in the group here, you have already started out in your protection plan membership. So I want to challenge you to make sure you go in, especially during this downtime with what's going on in the world. I want you to take some time to create a budget, because most people are not paying their bills on time or not paying their bills at all because they simply are not budgeting. It's not a matter of you not having the money. You're just not budgeting. So you want to make sure you take the time to go into your account and use the budget. If you haven't joined the protection plan membership, you are in for a real treat. We want to make sure we take care of you. So we're going to help you, get enrolled to have a budget. You'll also have access to a credit attorney. Now, the credit attorney, everyone doesn't have to utilize the credit attorney. Everyone's credit is different. So typically, our credit attorney will take a look at your file and they'll contact you if we see fit for you to need the credit attorney. I can share with you, one of my business partners was able to get a $50,000 tax lien removed from her credit report by simply just using the credit attorney. Now, the debt payoff. That is a huge deal, guys, because most people are drowning in debt. The debt payoff doesn't require you to pay any additional money. It's going to show you how to pay your debt off with using the same payments a lot faster. So it'll give you an analysis as to how you're paying it now versus if you pay it as we're suggesting, it's going to tell you how much you're going to save over time. And then it's also going to tell you how much you will save if you pay it the way we're suggesting to pay it. So you want to make sure you go in and create that, put your debt into the system, because in order for the system to work for you, you have to first put in your debt. It's going to ask you, what's your monthly payment? What is your interest rate? Because most people, you'll just sign up and get these different loans and that sort of thing, and not looking and paying attention to the interest rate, which is one of the most important things when you're out shopping for, a car or a house. You'll hear different real estate agents say, yeah, you can get in this house, 580 credit score, or a car dealership. It doesn't matter what your credit score is, we can get you in a car. But what you got to know is, they could get you in that house or that car, but you're going to be paying for two and three other people's mortgage or a car note when you don't have to. All you got to do is simply work on getting that credit score increased so that you can have a better interest rate when it comes to, getting certain items. So the debt payoff, guys, I could tell you, it's very, very key to making sure you actually utilize it. Really quick with the budgeting, I want you guys to make sure you stay tuned in the page. We're actually going to have a budgeting series here where we're going to dive deep into showing you how to actually create a budget. So you want to make sure you start inviting people to this page. Now, this is our private community, so we don't just allow anyone. So if you're going to invite people to the group, make sure that they put your name, that you invited them to the group. The group is now over 40-something thousand people ready to get this type of information. So we got to make sure we share it out throughout the community. Now, the also with the debt payoff, I was able to plug my 30-year mortgage. And yes, I got a mortgage. Actually, when I started, I was staying in my grandmother's home. But that was 2015. 2018, I was able to purchase, me and my kids, a brand new construction home. And guys, if I could do it, you could do it. But I plugged my mortgage into that debt payoff system, and it's showing me how to pay it off in 15.6 years. That is a huge, huge deal. Imagine the amount of savings that I'm able to take advantage of. But you have credit monitoring. This is very key because you want to make sure you're monitoring what your actual credit score is. Why? Because you don't want to be out shopping for cars or homes and those sorts of things. And you don't know where you stand with your credit. Now, the credit monitoring, it will also monitor your insurance scores. For those of you who are not familiar, your insurance score, your credit affects your insurance. So you could be paying a higher premium all based off of your credit score. Let's get that credit score increased. Credit matters more than you think. And then you'll also be able to monitor your auto score, where you'll be able to know exactly where you stand with your auto score before you go out trying to purchase a car or anything of that nature. Let's see what else. So you got the will, trust, and power of attorney. Guys, make sure you put a will in place. It doesn't matter if you don't have any assets now. Write that down on your goal sheet to make sure that, you're pushing to have those goals. And now you're pushing to have those goals, but you're also, remember, when you're doing a will, if you have kids, your kids, you want to designate where you want your kids to go should anything happen to you. Yes, we don't want to, we don't like to think about death, right? But it's inevitable. We got to prepare. You got to prepare because you don't want your family fighting over your things, and you could have, set your things in place. So you want to make sure you have that will set in place. How it works is it's very user friendly. You'll go in and answer a series of questions, and the attorneys are going to put it in a nice binder, mail it out to you. All you got to do is simply get it notarized, and that is your legal binding document. You'll also have identity monitoring. Guys, with us helping you to increase your credit score, you want to make sure that your identity is protected. Because with a bad credit score, most people are not trying to steal someone's identity whose credit score is bad. But if we're helping you to increase your credit score, you want to make sure that you protect your identity. You will be more of a high risk. So now, savings goal. We also have a savings goal here. So we want to make sure that you are saving up. I know some of you were caught by surprise with what's going on right now and did not have an emergency fund set up. So you want to make sure that you get that emergency fund put in place. Start putting some money to the side. You want to have at least 6 months of your bills set aside for an emergency. What we're going through right now, this is considered an emergency. And if you don't have the funds in place, that means you got to get with it. Start saving some money. And we have a system that's going to help you save some money. Now, you also have Credit Builder. Now, Credit Builder, that's going to give you some additional tips as to how to increase your credit score. Because I know we have some people in the group that's saying, you know what? My credit isn't that bad, but I don't have any, really any credit. I need to build credit. So Credit Builder is going to give you tips as to how to increase your credit score outside of us just removing those negative items. But guess what? In order for you to take advantage of all of these amazing tools that we have, you got to get started. And if you're in the group and you've already took the step of faith to get started, you got to go in and utilize these different tools. So I want to thank you guys for joining in, and have a good day. I want you guys to be safe. We are praying for you during this time. We love you dearly. And don't think about, so much of the crisis. Think about what you need to do so that when the crisis is over, you will be in position. You will be straight. Think about this. A lot of people that's at the credit bureaus right now, they're short staffed. I don't know any truth to this, but in my mind, I'm thinking, hey, if it's short staffed, the 30-day that they have to respond to you is still in place. So if they don't respond, guess what? They have to remove it from your credit report. So what does that tell you? You want to go ahead and get started now. Do not wait. Get started now. So I want to thank you again, guys, for joining in. That's all I have. We have some amazing, amazing testimonies in this group. Go check them out. Get started today. Again, it's Executive Vice President Toi Jones, and we'll see you guys at the top. Have a good day.